Here on BBC Radio Humberside. It is Saturday's morning show at 13 minutes past 10. So this morning I want to talk fancy dress. I want to talk fancy dress with you because this week, this is kind of inspired by what happened this week with World Book Day, and it was an opportunity, I think, maybe for parents to kind of live their fancy dress stories through the kids. And lots of kids around East Yorkshire and Northern Lincolnshire were sent packing to school in different outfits of their favourite book characters. So I want some fancy dress stories from you, or maybe just some party stories from you this morning, particularly, maybe ever. I mean, if you have nodded off at a party, then share that story with me, but particularly fancy dress stories. 01472 340 959, hold 22 5959 81333. Start the message with the letters RH. Your fancy dress stories. When have you gone in somewhere in fancy dress? Or maybe, when has it backfired? Or you've misread the invite? Let me know this morning on the phones particularly. I just want to have a chat with you, really. 01472 340 959, hold 22 5959 and text 81333. Start the message with the letters RH, because Matthew Stevenson's Celebrate in Scunthorpe hit the national headlines late last year when it, shock horror, this was the big news of last year, ran out of squirrel outfits after selling the lot to Scunthorpe United fans. Matthew is on the line now. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining me this morning, because fancy dress, it's kind of your middle name, isn't it? You're a dab hand in fancy dress.
Oh, we're a wizard at fancy dress. We've got a lot. Anything you need, come and see us. We'll kit you out.
So what's big at the minute when it comes to fancy dress? What's the must-have items?
As you know, we've just had World Book Day, so it was children's costumes this week, and anything that's to do with superheroes will fly out instantly, especially Superman, Batman, any superhero character. But for children as well, Where's Wally was really popular. We had a whole family kitted out in Where's Wally and Where's Wenda. There were 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and their mother was a teaching assistant at the same school. She bought a Where's Wally outfit as well, so we sold a family of them. It was good fun, good to see everybody taking part.
I have to say, it's not just the kids, was it? I mean, on Thursday, I saw pictures of a friend of mine who's a teacher in Hull who got dressed up. I can't remember the character she went as, but she painted her hair green, face green, eyes on her forehead, and gone to town with it. I mean, I think that World Book Day was an excuse for grown-ups to act silly for the day. Absolutely, and Halloween's not even begun. So, how popular generally is fancy dress in 2014?
Oh, fancy dress has always been popular. I mean, especially nowadays, anything which is a licensed product. For example, you can get characters from the A-Team and Garfield. Anything that's been on the TV or been on the films, you get it in your shop, you'll sell it instantly. Or every day, you can't get hold of them. And then you come to your special occasions. For example, our squirrel costumes, when Scunthorpe United took on Torquay, all the Scunthorpe United fans came in and wanted to be a squirrel for a day, and so that sold our animal costumes, which usually, they're not as hot sellers, but it also helps as well if you have a poltergeist in your shop who can throw fancy dress clothing around. It helps you get on TV and on the radio, and gets you a bit well known as well. So our poltergeist, he at the moment likes Mr. T and Superman and Batman.
Now, just to explain, you came on the Burnsy show a few weeks ago, didn't you, and talked about the fact you think your shop is haunted.
Yes, our shop, we are now officially Scunthorpe's most haunted store. We've got a resident poltergeist who's been caught now on CCTV twice, throwing fancy dress costumes around the shop, and you can see all this footage, because it's absolutely genuine, on our YouTube channel at Celebrate Partyshop.
Well, we've got the plug-in. Are you sure you just not work too hard and you just need to lie down?
Oh, no time for lying down. I'd like to sleep standing up.
Fancy dress. What about the grown-ups? Apart from the squirrel outfits that made you very popular a few months ago, what about kitting adults up? I'm thinking particularly for hen do's and stag do's. Do you genuinely have grown-up, sensible adults coming in asking for ridiculous outfits?
Yeah, that has also happened in the last couple of weeks. This weekend there's a big event at the Butlins where it's an 80s reunion. So we've been selling lots of Scouse shell suits. Can you remember those from the 80s? They were fantastic shell suits. I wore a different one every day. And Wham inspired Wake Me Up Before You Go T-shirts. And anything that was film and programme related from the 80s, they've been also popular this week. So we've been very lucky. We've had a double hit of big events happening this week. But as you say, for hen nights as well, they're popular. Hen nights, it's a lot of accessories, a lot of wigs, and dare I say it, fake plastic willies.
Right, okay. Do you have normal, sensible people coming in who've got, sensible, serious jobs, who come in and they just want to act daft at the weekend, dressed up as something?
Absolutely. Many a time you'll see people in suits with briefcases coming in and trying on the craziest of outfits. But that's what fancy dress is all about. It's all about having fun and dressing up and losing your inhibitions for one night and having a great time and having a great party.
And I imagine for someone to dress like Mr. T takes quite a bit of effort.
Absolutely. Face paint is needed, which we sell as well, so you can kit yourself out and give yourself a good proper makeover.
Matthew, thank you very much for joining us. How's the Poltergeist in your shop today?
At the moment, it's all calm and good, but who knows what would happen in the morning.
Are you sure you just didn't have too much to drink last night and that you're imagining everything?
Oh, no, not me. Not with Coronation Street on a Friday. I'm just close in there.
Matthew, thank you very much. Really good to speak to you today.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
That's Matthew Stevenson, who runs Celebrate in Scunthorpe. So I want your fancy dress stories this morning. Have you ever dressed? I'd love to hear from someone who's gone as Mr. T somewhere, or gone to town, really gone to town with it, or maybe he's got a bit overboard and got a bit silly. 01472 340 959, hold 22 5959. You can text 81333 to start the message.